Alright, our next video on factoring, we're going to look at two expressions at the same time. So we're going to look at x squared minus 2x minus 15 and x squared plus 2x minus 15. Now, you notice in both of these that the sign in the back is a negative. So anytime you have a negative sign in the back, you know that the middle term is going to, the factors of the final term are going to subtract to give you the middle term. So this is a little bit different situation than what we've seen before. Of course, we still know that you're going to have, in both cases, you're going to have an x something times an x something in both cases. What you don't know necessarily is what the signs are inside. So if we look at this, we know there's a minus in the back. So in order to get a minus here in the back, since you're multiplying, the signs are going to have to be different. You're going to have x plus something times x minus something. But if you look especially at the sign in the middle, which in this case over here is a negative, and over here to the right it's a positive. Whatever the sign is in the middle, the larger term, the larger factor, gets the sign in the middle. Since you're going to be subtracting, the larger term has to have the sign in the middle. So in this case, well, actually in both of these cases, we're dealing with 15, and we've got factors of 15 that are 1 and 15, and there's another factor of 3 and 5. So we can already see that 3 and 5 is probably the most likely bet for these. So if we come back up and look at the first one to our left here, we see that we have a negative 2. So in order for that 2 to be negative, the larger factor has to have that sign. So let's put our plus here and our minus here so that our larger factor is here in the right binomial pair. And we know that of the 2, 3 and a 5, of the two factors, the 5 is the larger. So we're going to have x plus 3 times x minus 5, and if we FOIL that out, you'll have an x squared plus a 3x minus a 5x minus 15, which of course would give us our negative 2. And then if we come over to the right side, since we have a positive 2 here in the middle, right there, that positive 2, we know that the 5 in this case is going to have a positive sign, because again it's the larger of the two factors, so it's going to have a positive sign, and the 3 is going to be the negative. And of course, if we were to FOIL that out or distribute it out, the middle term would be a negative 3 plus a plus 5, which of course will give us our positive 2x and minus 15. So pay attention to your signs in the middle, and that can help you get your binomial pairs in the right order with the right signs.